Hey everyone, I'm back. Um, so God has kind of been highlighting a few things to me in different ways in the last few days. Um, one being a dream that I had, uh, where I was actually in the dream having a conversation with some other ladies. And then today at church, the sermon was just confirmation of what he's been talking to me about. And so I feel like I'm supposed to share it with y'all. So basically, understanding who we are, like the truth of who we are, like for real. I know we hear this all the time, but if we're honest, we all struggle with this, especially if you grew up in religious circles at all. Just, um, we are God's precious children. He is good, He is trustworthy. And when you really do trust Him, when you do have a true understanding of who you are and whose you are, you're going to be unstoppable. Just like, the men in the Bible that made a big difference. None of them were without troubles. In fact, if people lived a perfect life, you know, their lives would have been really boring. The Bible would be really boring. We would have nothing to learn about the heart of God. But it's because of the stories of Daniel and Joseph and all these men that had to endure and trust God through some very, very hard circumstances. Job, that's a big one. Moses, but have you ever thought about God's really been highlighting Daniel to me because, in hindsight, we can look at his story and be like, oh, yeah, God did this and the king changed his mind and the whole nation turned to God. But in that moment, think about, we live life forward. We don't get to see the hindsight. We don't get to see. So if you really put yourself in Daniel's position, like, he did not know that those lions weren't going to tear him up. As far as he knew, that was the end of him. He was walking into the lion's den expecting for that to be it. That's it for him. You know what I mean? Like, so I think I'm going to title this Perfect Love Casts Out Fear, because if he was not grounded in who he was and in the Father's love, there's no way he would have done that. He would have given in and bowed to the statue, because that's a scary thing. Like, who of us knows a Christian that would do that? Most of the Christians I know, they think you gotta live this nice little life, have your nice house and your little family, and never have any problems, and just go to church and do your religious thing. And if you don't fit that mold, then there must be something wrong. You must have sin in your life, you know? And that's just not the reality. The reality is, we are to do greater miracles than Jesus did. How are we going to do that if our lives are perfect all the time? How are we going to trust Him? I mean, James 1 2, that talks about count it all joy when you're faced with troubles. Well, why would we do that? Because that's when you can see the miracles. That's when God can work the biggest, most amazing miracles in your life. And He gets the glory for it. Not because He's selfish, but because He's worthy. He's the one. That's what draws people to Him. It isn't about not having any problems. In this world, you will have trouble. But take heart. He has overcome the world. So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys this encouragement, because we all struggle with this. I have been facing so many things, and I've gotten so much judgment, and that's okay. I don't need people's approval. because all that matters is that I draw closer to God, that my faith grows, and just, it keeps us humble. And, anyways, just wanted to share that with y'all, and have a blessed day. Love you. Bye.